Robertson, former Oklahoma State Cowboy golfer, four-time Coach of the Year in the MAC before coming back home to Oklahoma State, and like so many other OSU head coaches, homegrown, and it just seems to work in Stillwater, America, and on the Oklahoma State campus. That homegrown talent comes home and just breeds more homegrown talent. And that's what Greg's done with his golf program. Congratulations. And in all your time of winning championships, which you've won a bunch as a coach, has it ever been that dominant? Because it sure looked like there was one team playing and the others were just kind of out there messing around.
Well, first of all, I appreciate you having me on. Yeah, it was a special tournament. From top to bottom in our lineup, every player just played solid golf, and it's good to see just to go out and have a 4-shot lead after the first round and take that to a 16-shot lead in the second round. And then finish it off with a 16-shot win. Just testament to the talent that we have on the team, but also the hard work that they put into it. They were ready to go when they teed it up.
Yeah, and Coach, you brought up a great point there. As you guys were putting yourselves in the record book after each round with your lead, it was everybody was playing steady, but for instance, in the second to last round, it was Isabella Fierro that kind of took the lead with a 7 under 65, and then the next day it's Maya Stark that has the best score of the day. So like you said, wasn't just one player or two players pacing this. Everybody was putting their stamp on it.
Yeah, and that's what we were really hoping to see is what the team would do when Maya and Isabella both put it together at the same time. And they're our top two players, and top players in college golf. Couple, in the top 10 for both of them, and they're both top 10 or top 50 players in the world. And so they both have had solid tournaments throughout the year, but this was the first time where we saw some really low scores from both of them, and both of them contending at the same time. And so, and when that happens, it makes it easier for the others to relax and play well, and that's really what happened this week.
Yeah, Stephen will tell you. I put some thought into my interviews, and this is one I've been thinking about for the last couple of days, and I was looking forward to asking you. There was a lot of strife last year. I mean, and especially when you pick up the golf ball and put the clubs away last spring, and knew there was not going to be a Big 12 tournament, an NCAA tournament. I mean, that's disappointing. But for a coach that's in his first year, that's trying to establish things. And I kind of kid because you have a personal streak going of championships won in conference championship tournaments. Obviously, the streak continued because there wasn't a conference championship tournament. But what my question is, did it kind of benefit you in building the program, having that fractured year and not having a championship at stake, and basically you had a 2-year run to prepare for your first Big 12 tournament and your team's first Big 12 tournament? Or do you think your girls could have done this last year?
Well, there certainly were a lot of challenges, with having got the season got cut short, and with this being, my first year and Coach Swaney's first year, it was, you ran into some challenges just in terms of, kind of questions as to having so much time off from, basically the beginning of March until August. So you're away from the team for so long. But the great thing is that we have a group that, they're world-class players. They went out and maybe they competed on their own during the summer. They did all the right things. we communicated with them, throughout the spring and throughout the summer just to keep up with how they're doing. But they really took care of their business and did the things that they needed to do. I think that last year, we had a young team, where most of the players in the lineup were freshmen and sophomores. This year, we're still young. We don't have any seniors on the team this year, but it did give them one more year to grow, mature, work on their golf games. And I think as we saw throughout the year, and really even going back to last year, just a lot of improvements and each of their golf games, and you see their scoring averages go down, their rankings go up, and I think that's really, when you look at all of that, that's kind of what led to where we are at this point right now.
And you look at what this team's got ahead of it, and obviously you can tell just looking at the scores and looking at the results throughout the season, this team won a lot of tournaments that, Isabella Fierro and Maya Stark are both, really tough competitors. But then, and I'm going to butcher some of these names, Rina Tadamatsu,
Yep.
Liana Bailey,
Yep.
and then here's Han Swan Yu.
Hanshan Yu, yep.
Han Yu, okay. There we go. That wasn't totally terrible. But the next step they take, where you go to NCAA regionals, where you go to the NCAA championship tournament, how do you feel about the mental edge? Because I think this time of year, you put all the physical work in. I mean, you're gonna, there might be some tweaks to games, but from here on out, it's a mental game, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. And the part of it too, that's tied into this is that when we're hitting our, the end of the season with our regionals and our nationals, we're also right in the middle of finals and papers due and everything else that goes along with school. So they're getting pretty busy. They're getting pretty worn down a little bit at this time of the year, but we're actually going to have a meeting today with the team and talk about some of that and remind them that, hey, everybody in the country, every women golf, female golfer in the country playing college golf is in the same boat. And so the ones that can handle this the best and stay organized and stay disciplined are the ones that are going to be able to have the most success here at the end. And so, we just got to keep focused, keep the discipline, enjoy the moment for, winning this Big 12 championship, but at the same time, you can't get complacent. And the good thing that we have with this team is that we have 4 players in the lineup that have all won college golf tournaments individually. And 3 of them have done that this year. And Isabella has been very close. She won last year in Texas. But, so you've got 4 players that have won. And then we also have a couple players that didn't go to the championship who have played actually a big part in our season this year. They didn't quite make it, but they could be in our lineup at any moment. So it's just a lot of competition within the team that has really raised the level of everybody's game.
So since you got back from the Woodlands, have you kind of let them, decompress, do the academic thing, and maybe go out and tune their game on their own, and then you kind of ramp it up when you know what your path is going to be?
That's exactly what we did. So the last 2 days, we gave them the last 2 days off from golf. We have a team meeting today. They're practicing on their own. We're playing 9 holes tomorrow, and then we're actually going to get honored at the spring football game. And then Sunday we'll get back into our normal schedule, and that gives us about 2 weeks before we leave for regionals. And so we'll get back into that normal schedule. We have a few of them that are going to try to qualify for the U.S. Open in the middle of next week, so they'll be getting ready for that. But yeah, we gave them some time to to decompress and get some other things done with schoolwork, get some rest, and then get ready for when we get back into the swing of things here, starting Sunday.
All right, Coach. I like to ask this question too, and I think fans like to hear the answer to it. I was Yeah, I was never much. Golf was not my game, but I do know this: no matter what the sport, especially again this time of year when pressure kind of gets ramped up, every really good team seems to have that jokester, prankster, if nothing else, just the one player coach that will say something goofy at the right time and just loosen the entire mood. Who on your team is that person that can loosen everybody up by saying something funny?
I think we could point to Coach Swaney on that one.
Okay.
She does a great job with that stuff. But the good thing is with this team is that you've got anybody that we travel with. I mean, it's a nice, relaxed group. We do like to have fun on the road. We do like to laugh and have a good time and keep it relaxed. And so, I mean, at any moment, really, there's anybody on the team that can, say something or do something that's going to, create a laugh. And that's what we want to do is keep it light and have some fun with this stuff. And so, if we can continue to do that and stay relaxed and play some golf and and have fun on the road with each other, then who knows what might happen. But that's how we like to do things when we're on the road, and I think it's been working so far.
Yeah, when you win tournaments by 16 strokes and lead from start to finish, it's a lot easier to smile and have fun. There's no doubt about that.
That is true. Absolutely.
That makes it easier. Coach, I appreciate it. Congratulations. And again, I mean, let me ask you to finish up. What does that mean, the fact that, okay, you played golf at Oklahoma State, mm-hmm. and OSU's where you got your degree and you cut your teeth, and to come back and have a chance to coach here and help the team, the team that's playing for you, help them have the kind of success that you had as a student athlete. Does it mean more?
It means a ton to me. I mean, this place is really special to me. Having been here for 4 years, and to be able to come back here and coach here, win a Big 12 championship. It doesn't get much better than that. And so I just, from my standpoint, I'm in a place right now where, recruits, if they would ask me, how long are you going to be there? I'm going to tell them, hey, I'm going to be here forever. I'm not going anywhere. And so, and it's just a nice feeling to be home, be at a place that you feel like you're going to be here, until you're done coaching. And so I hope to continue to win some championships and bring home some trophies and provide a great experience for these young ladies. And so we'll see what the future holds. But we've got a special team right now, and they're doing some great things.
Yeah, right now looking at your record, your money. So I would say there'll probably be a few more trophies in the trophy case out at Karsten. Hey, Coach, I appreciate it.
Well, I appreciate it. Thanks for having me on.
All right, well, we're going to take a quick time out, and I think we're going to get